New Mexico Magazine is your source for all things that set the Land of Enchantment apart from any other place in the world.
New Mexico's unique history, culture, natural wonders, movers and shakers, and entertainment are all showcased within the pages of this monthly magazine.
And if you're not a subscriber, you can still pick up a copy because the August issue will hit stands tomorrow. New Mexico Magazine managing editor Candace Gonzales Walsh joins us with a sneak peek of what's going on inside. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Candace.
Hi.
Great read for me this weekend, by the way.
Thank you so much.
It even took me away from the 50 Shades trilogy. It was that good. Well, you know, let's get started with this because one of Santa Fe's most celebrated traditions is Indian Market. We all know that, right? So this year is the 91st Indian Market. 100,000 people attended the market that spreads across the plaza and 14 city blocks, showcasing the work of more than 1,000 artists from 100 tribes. So it can be a little overwhelming, but Candace, you're a mom, so I know you can help us understand how families can best enjoy the Indian Market with their kids.
Yes, do not feel like you cannot bring your kids to Indian Market. There's so much about Indian Market that is family friendly. They have scheduled hands-on stuff for kids to do on Saturday and Sunday. Art demonstrations, workshops, activities. There's a children's art show in the main library downtown. And I would say Sunday's the best day to go because there are just fewer people, so it's a little bit less crowded.
Good to know.
And if you just want to do something mellow, just go to the plaza, sit back and enjoy the music. And we always see children dancing. It's beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, New Mexicans are always on the move. So can you tell us what you're featuring in the magazine's Going Places section and what's fun for kids?
Absolutely. New Mexico is so family friendly.
It really
For
is.
instance, in Silver City, they're having a clay festival, and you might think that sounds a little dry. And yes, the moms and dads can go and create their own, very own tile backsplash.
Isn't that cool?
So that's great.
I love that.
I love that, DIY all the way. But at the same time, the kids, they have this like parking lot with a mountain of clay. And the children can climb it.
That's
They
great.
can sculpt it. They can roll around in it. And I know you're thinking, oh,
What a mess.
What a mess. But the kids get hosed off afterwards.
See?
So the minivan is not going to become a clay studio.
There you go.
just want to bring a change of clothes.
You know, it's so funny because when I was reading it and when you said that, it literally was the first thing I was thinking is,
I
oh
know.
gosh,
What a mess.
the car is going to be a disaster.
Okay,
but that
breathe.
helps.
And the other thing that's really wonderful, although there are so many, is Shakespeare in the Park in Santa Fe at the Santa Fe University of Art and Design. Midsummer Night's Dream. Fairies, spells, comedy. It's kind of short, and you can bring a picnic dinner, sit back under the stars and enjoy it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, our face of Fox Elias Gallegos actually went to the Midsummer Night's Dream a couple weekends ago. He said it was fantastic. So,
Yeah, there's going to be 2 more weekends of that in August as well as in July.
That's great. And you know, I have to mention this. Another feature story in this month's magazine was really interesting. It's called The New School. And The New School is the Institute for American Indian Arts, which opened in Santa Fe 50 years ago to foster young Native American artists. So how has the school sparked a modern revolution?
Well, it definitely sparked a modern revolution 50 years ago. Native artists were pressured to do a certain idea of Indian art that was very restrictive. It had to do with the past. It had to do with people's ideas coming from outside instead of inside out. I mean, an artist should be coming from the inside out and being inspired by where they are in time and the present moment. So Lloyd Kiva-New, who is a Native artist who is just amazing fashion designer, his dress was on Miss Arizona, you know, at the Miss USA Awards. He wasn't just an awesome guy. He also was thinking about the younger people, and he created this school with others in Santa Fe, and he encouraged all the students to be in the present moment, to be contemporary, to listen to their internal creative drive, and that is something that kicked off back 50 years ago, and it's still going strong today.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
What a testament.
Well, this issue also features 3 Dene runners who are the focus of a documentary, Up Heartbreak Hill, which debuts this Wednesday at the Chemo Theater and then airs nationwide Thursday on PBS. Can you tell us about these kids who are really running to a different beat?
Absolutely. These kids are exceptional. I think in every high school class in senior year, you've got the most likely to succeed standouts. You've got the track star, you know, the class president, and in this movie, she's also a runner, and then a photographer. And you know, seniors in high school are thinking, what am I going to do with my life? How far do I want to go? How brave do I want to be? And so there are a lot of universal themes in this movie that everyone can relate to in terms of how much do you want to pursue your dreams. But at the same time, they also face a unique set of challenges growing up in a reservation town in New Mexico. So I think it's a very honest and beautiful and respectful look at this moment in time for these kids.
Yeah, it was a great article.
Yeah.
What I thought was so interesting was that they were talking about the fact that they're trying to find that struggle between sticking to tradition and honoring their family roots while still being present in the society that they're living in and maintaining what's maybe expected of them.
Exactly.
It's a tough struggle, so that's going to be a really good, I think that's going to be really good. And of course, something that's always really good is the Tasting New Mexico section. And this time around, it highlights Acoma Pueblo and the Sky City Cultural Center. And I learned from the article that the Pueblo is the oldest continuously inhabited community in North America. So what else will we learn about this special place, and what are some of the recipes that are featured that we can share with our viewers?
Well, one thing that stood out for me when I was editing the article was that the feast day is coming up at the Pueblo. It's on September 2nd, and not only can visitors who are very welcome to come, they can witness the dancing and other wonderful activities, but food will be for sale from the very traditional, like fry bread, and then, you know, that word contemporary again, but this time in a slightly different context. They're going to be selling something called Kool-Aid pickles.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
Oh my gosh. Don't drink the
Kool-Aid pickles.
Yeah, well, you take dill pickles and you soak them in red Kool-Aid and then enjoy.
Not so sour after all. It sweetens them up.
That sounds interesting. Something definitely to try, right?
The green chili stew seemed a little more up my alley.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, with recipes, because we do have recipes not for the Kool-Aid pickles, but we've got green chili stew and a wonderful flat pie that you can bring to big,
that looked amazing.
Wonderful, like, sports events, things moms need.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Well, finally, you feature 3 Native innovators who have maintained a connection to their traditional roots while exploring new frontiers of creative expression. Can you tell us about the artists that you chose for
Absolutely. Rose Simpson is a wonderful sculptor who's 28, and she is from the Santa Clara Pueblo. And then we have Rulon Tangent, who is a dancer and choreographer who founded an indigenous dance group called Dancing Earth that travels all over the world. And then we have Virgil Ortiz, who is a potter from Cochiti and just world-renowned artist who works in many different media, and we're so excited.
Oh yeah, and you guys have to stick around because the unique and edgy designs of Virgil Ortiz are actually coming up next on New Mexico Style. Candace, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.